Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are fine and always healthy in this condition, especially in the pandemic. Let me introduce myself. My name is Annisa Rizka Wardhani. In this video, I'd like to tell you about fraction in mathematics. Okay, enjoy the video. Talk about fraction. In the real life, there is one example that most related with fraction, and there is pizza. About pizza, have you ever eat pizza? Yeah, I think you had eat pizza in your life. But how is pizza shape? Yes, the pizza shape is circle. Talk about pizza. I have an example about pizza. An example about pizza, that is, one day Rini wants to make pizza at home. Rini has prepared everything about pizza, from the tools and ingredients to make pizza until how to make pizza that are easy and delicious. After that, she started making pizza. A few hours later, the pizza is ready to eat. And then Rini wants to cut the pizza become some parts, and she is cut it into 8 parts, and it will be shared to her family. And of course, Rini get to. After that, Rini will give one part of 8 parts pizza to each family, so her family will get one part of 8 parts pizza, and of course, Rini will get remaining parts of the pizza, that is 4 parts of 8 parts pizza. From the story above, there are sentences that the most important in fraction, that is, 1 part of 8 parts pizza and 4 parts of 8 parts pizza. From that sentences, in math, it's called fraction, and we will connection it with Rini's story. Here are the topic about fraction. The first topic that we want to talk is definition of fraction. We want to talk about what is the fraction, and the second topic that we want to talk is fraction notation. We want to talk about how do we represent fraction? Okay, the first topic that we want to talk is definition of fraction. Like this slide, definition of fraction is a fraction represents part of a whole. When something is broken up into a number of parts, the fraction shows how many of these parts you have. So, please remember, something is broken up into a number of parts and how many of those parts you have, because this is important. Well, that is a fraction. If we describe it with picture, so you cut the pizza become 8 parts, and in a fraction it's called a whole parts of pizza. After that, you eat 1 part of 8 parts pizza. In fraction, it's called a part that you take. So, in fraction, there are 2 sentences that the most important. There are a whole part of pizza that you cut and a part that you take, or a part that you eat. And then the second topic that we want to talk is fraction notation. In the fraction notation, we want to talk about how do we represent a fraction and how do we represent Rini's story. And the answer is, when writing a fraction, there are 2 main parts. 2 main parts are the numerator and the denominator. Here are about fraction notation. Assumption. You have a pizza, then you cut it into 8 parts, and then you eat 1 part of 8 parts pizza. Previously, we discussed this problem and how do you represent it? How do you represent Rini's story in fraction? And the answer is we use two main parts of fraction. There are the numerator and the denominator. Here are the example. 1 is the numerator. The numerator tells the number of equal parts taken, or the numerator tells a part that you eat. And 8 is the denominator. The denominator is tells about the total number of equal parts in a whole parts, or the denominator tells about a whole parts that you cut. So, in fraction, if we will read that fraction, we can say 1/8 or 1/8. After we study about definition and notation about fraction, we get solution about Rini's problem. The solution about Rini's problem is we can describe Rini's problem with picture and it can be represented in the fraction. We get the result. Each family in Rini's family will get 1/8 parts pizza. And then Rini will get 4/8 parts pizza. So 1 and 4 is the numerator and 8 is the denominator. Well, this is finished to study about definition and notation of fraction. I'm sorry if I made mistake. I hope you are understand with my explanation. And I hope you are stay healthy and stay okay in this situation. Thank you so much to watching me. See you next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.